who's accomplished a lot, somebody who's in a very high position, it's easy to edify. But you can edify anybody. You can edify a friend, you can edify your upline, downline, sideline. Obviously, you have to learn something about the person, ask them enough questions. Uh, but once you know them, you can find things to say that will elevate them in the eyes of your friends. And we'll talk about this. Why do you want to do this? Because when you talk to your friend, let's assume you are a recruiter, right? And you have a friend that you want to invite to see the Travorium presentation. So you have influence with your friend, not even influence, you have trust, right, with your friends. But you don't have respect of your friends. Your friends know that this is something you probably just started, that you don't know much about it, that you haven't made any money. So anything you tell them about Travorium, no matter how excited you are, they're going to be skeptical at best. So that's why you invite somebody else, an expert that you edify, and your friend, first of all, sees that the process here is not you telling them everything about Travorium, answering all their questions, but you invite somebody else. Guys, the key here, the only way to make big money in network marketing is to build a big team. Even if you are the greatest salesman and you can sell these memberships like hotcakes, still, to sell, let's say, ambassadors, 376 memberships. It's going to take you a long time if you're doing it by yourself, even being a greatest salesman in the world. But with a team, you can do it much faster and much simpler and easier. So to build a team, you need to duplicate yourself. The only way to duplicate is for your team to see how easy and simple the process is. So that's why when you are explaining Travorium and you invite a third party and they do the explanation and answer all the questions, your prospect says, yeah, it's easy. I can do the same. I can put people in front of this third party and they will do the explaining. I don't have to do it. It's duplicatable. So three-way call, and I'm trying to, because I've been teaching this for over a decade, and still people are reluctant to do it because they're afraid that this is a sign that they don't know enough, that they're weak, they can't do it themselves. So they don't call, they don't get their upline or sideline, other people involved enough in a three-way call. So I'm trying to beat it into your mind that this is not a sign of weakness. This is a tool that you need to be using daily. And when do you use it? All the time. You can use it when you're inviting somebody to a Zoom call, to a presentation. You can use it to close a prospect after they attended a presentation. You can use it to welcome a new partner to the team. Offload as much of this work to somebody else, as long as it's not you. It has to be an expert. And I'll show you that expert is anybody but you. It doesn't have to be a true expert of Travorium. No. Your sideline or even your downline, the person who you recruited, can be an expert in this situation. So let's get back to, again, edification. This is you. Let's assuming you're a recruiter and you have a friend. So between you, there's trust. Your friends trust you. You know them. That's why we recommend to start with your warm market, because you have this. This is priceless to have trust. The thing that's missing is respect. They, like I said, they know you're new to Travorium, and you shouldn't even try to convince them that you know a lot. You're brand new. So everything you're saying to them, if you're saying a lot, is you repeating somebody else's words, and they know that. So don't do that. Instead, introduce a third party. We call them an expert. And you edify an expert. What does that mean? You talk highly of them. So your prospect, based on what you say about the expert, starts respecting your expert. And guys, when there's both trust and respect, that's when the magic happens. That's when people see what we're showing them. They're open, they understand because they trust you and they respect the expert. So I'm going to give you an example of edification. Uh, uh, there's a gentleman in our industry. His name is Eric Worre. I think most of you probably have heard the name. If you haven't, I highly recommend that you look him up. He wrote textbooks on what we do. And there's a book called Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. Highly recommend this book. He's my personal coach. How is that possible? I pay money to get coached by him. So every day, as part of his coaching, I get a short video from him in my email. So I'm going to share with you what I got today. I think you'll find it very, very interesting. Let's see if this works. Just tell me if there's an issue, if you can't hear or if you can't see, but it should be okay. So this is like 5 minutes.
One thing that I'm grateful for that network marketing provided for me was the skills inside of this profession are learnable. They might feel a little bit mysterious when you first get involved, but they're all learnable. And I can't tell you how valuable that is. You might be able to learn how to, in your mind, how to climb Mount Everest, but you might not be able to achieve that. You might appreciate somebody professional in sports, but you might not be able to achieve that. But here it's all achievable. It's all learnable. And if you apply, plan, do, review, if you continue to get better every single day and you raise your awareness about these things, they're learnable. So let me give you an example. Great, got it. So I'll give you an example, right? If you take finding prospects, is that learnable? Can you learn that? Can you learn how to never run out of quality people to talk to? Starting with the big 3, who do they know? Networking on purpose, adding 2 a day to your list for forever. Is that a learnable thing? I promise you it is. If you're willing, coachable, and hungry, you can master this. You can become unbelievable and have so many quality people that you don't even have time to get a hold of them. Inviting. This one was probably the most difficult for me, but can you learn how to invite people in a way that causes them to agree and take a look? Agree to get the information, agree to look at what you have. Can you learn that? You might not be good at that right now, but it doesn't matter if you're not good. If you just get better every single day, you plan to review your way there, you will master that skill. This is not like being a brain surgeon. This is learning how to get somebody to take a look at a tool or take a look at, meet a person or watch a video or attend an event. This is not brain science. This is not, you don't need to be a brain surgeon to be able to do this. 3, presenting. Can you master that skill? Is that learnable? Of course. Is it learnable for an introvert? Yes. Is it learnable for somebody who's shy? Of course. Is it learnable for somebody who's terribly afraid of public speaking? Yes. I was all of those things. I learned it, and if I could learn it, I'm a slow learner. You can learn this. Follow-up. Keeping the conversation going. Exposure to exposure. Answering questions. Overcoming objections. Can you learn them? Is it ever going to change? Are these questions or objections ever going to change? They're the same. They've been the same for 37 years. So if you learn this, it's learnable. There's no barriers, what I'm trying to tell you, between where you are right now and all the way becoming world-class in network marketing. None, no barrier. When it comes to closing people, is that learnable? Of course. When it comes to getting people started, Is that learnable? Yes. When it comes to promoting events, is that learnable? Yes. Can you learn how to lead yourself? Of course. Can you learn how to lead others? Yes. Can you learn how to lead leaders? Sure. Can you pay attention to what's working around the world and incorporate those things into your business? Yes. So I just want you to know one thing. If you make a decision, if you're willing, coachable, and hungry, you make a decision that you're going to the top, the only thing that will stop you is you. And the thing that I appreciate so much about network marketing is it will wait for you. It will wait for you while you get past your inner demons. It'll wait for you while you get past your limiting beliefs. It'll wait for you. It'll sit there patiently waiting for you while you become great. And you'll even have support systems that will allow you to earn before you're great. Plugging into your systems, plugging into your upline, plugging into other leaders, repeating what I'm sharing with you to other people, even if you haven't mastered it yet yourself. That's fine. So you can earn while you're learning, but all of this, it's learnable for everyone.
Guys, I just want to clarify. These are the 7 fundamental skills in network marketing, what he's sharing with you here. And the beauty here is that you, in the beginning, have to know how to do only the first 2. You have to find prospects and invite them to see the information, or on a 3-way call to meet an expert. We, experts, are going to take on presenting, follow-up, closing, getting them started, and promoting events. As time goes on, you will learn all of this by observing, by being involved, by participating. But all you need to do in the beginning is the first 2. Okay? So let's get back to my slides. I hope you're finding this helpful. I really do, because this, if you allow this to, like I said, get into your brain, this can be the game changer for you. So these are the mechanics. This is exactly step by step what you need to do. So there's going to be a bunch of steps. At the very end, I will tell you to take a picture when all the steps are displayed, so you can practice this. Nothing will get better unless you practice it with yourself, with your downline, with your sideline. Find an accountability partner and practice this with them. So how does a 3-way call work? First of all, this is what I recommend. You create your Travorium schedule. Let's say once a day from 7 to 8 p.m., 1 hour a day. It's your Travorium time. So during that hour, you plan to make 20 phone calls. And again, it should be a realistic plan, because your phone calls should not take more than 2 minutes each. 2 minutes most. It should be even 30 or 60 seconds, not more than 2 minutes. If you're making 30-minute phone calls, it's not going to work. It's going to take too long. And you always got to set it up that you're in a rush. So let's say you know that Friday, 7 to 8 p.m., you're planning to make your calls from your list. So you contact your expert. It can be your upline, can be your sideline, and you tell them in the text, I'm planning to spend the next hour making phone calls. Are you available if I need you for a 3-way call? Yes, they say yes. You talk to your friend, you make a phone call. Again, you ask questions. Do not solve problems. Are you interested in learning? What's going on? How, we spoke last time, you were complaining about lack of money. You were complaining about lack of time. Has that changed? How you doing? How's your job? Well, if I showed you a way how from home you can add an income stream without investing much money or much time, would you be interested in learning? Assume that they say either yes or what are you talking about? If they say either one, that means they are interested. So I want to put you on the phone with a friend of mine who has all the information. He's been doing this for a long time. His team is making a lot of money. They have all the information. They have a lot of fun in this, and I'll explain to you why I'm saying what I'm saying, because they're different personality types. Unless you know your friends so well that you know what they respond to, you got to say a few things that will touch on different personality types. But this is what edification is. You speak highly of your experts. So your friend says, "Okay, I'm interested in talking to this person." They sound like a not like a usual average person. Listen, if you were inviting them to talk to, I don't know, Paul McCartney, you don't need to edify Paul McCartney that much, right? I'm going to put Paul McCartney on the phone. Oh, what? Really? But since you're putting them on the phone with a stranger, everything they know about the stranger comes from you. So you have to tell them. You don't edify. You don't make up stuff. You edify, meaning that you know the expert and you know what to say about this person to your friend. So the friend says, "Okay, let's do that." So you put them on hold, and you call the expert. You obviously need to know how to make a three-way call. Typically, on the phone, when you make a three-way call, the first party is put on hold, and you reach the expert. You tell the expert, "Listen, I have my friend on the phone. His name is John. I know him for 15 years. He's complaining about lack of time." You want to tell the expert why. What's your friend's why? Why are they looking at what interested them in Travorium? Personality type, I'll talk about it in a little bit, but if you know your friend's personality type, what motivates them, you want to tell the expert that. And you also tell the expert that you want to invite them for a Zoom that we're having tomorrow night. So the expert has all that information. You connect both parties, you merge the calls, you briefly introduce, do not start the edification process all over again. Don't spend a lot of time because you already did that. Your expert is edified already. So just say, Jim, this is my mentor, Kate. Kate, this is my friend Jim. And then you stop talking. This is key. You cannot talk anymore, and you listen, and you turn off your microphone, because anything you say after that undermines the authority of the expert that you just built up. If you said this person has all the information and they know what they're talking about, anything that you correct them on and say, "Oh, you forgot to mention this," or "You didn't say this," the whole thing that you built up breaks down. So it's important that you do not say anything. So again, take a picture of this. These are all the steps of setting up a three-way call. This can be done on a regular phone, on WhatsApp, Telegram, any of those apps can allow you to make a three-way call. Okay, so going once, going twice, going thrice. Next slide. Now, let's talk about personality types. So why do we talk about personality types? Because if you are a very good presenter and you know Travorium information inside out, but if your person speaks Greek and you talk to them in English, no matter what you say is lost, is wasted. You have to be talking to the person in their language, in the language that they understand. So there are four personality types in the world of sales. Sometimes they're referred to by colors. I prefer the sea animals. So shark, sea urchin, dolphin, and whale. Okay, there's four of them. And let me define each one. Shark is very ambitious, competitive, motivated by money, likes to win. Time equals money. Talk fast. They don't want to waste anybody's time. Get right to the point. You want to show them the income potential, emphasize the money here. Talk about competitions that we have, awards. They like to win. Now, understand that why is that important? If you talk to a shark about, "Oh, listen, we can help so many people. This business is about helping people." You're speaking a foreign language to a shark. They don't care about helping people. They want to make money. So, listen, it's going to take you some time to be able to figure out who is which personality. And by the way, nobody is just 100% one personality. We all are mixtures of all four, but there's usually one that's dominant. And if we learn to recognize that, we can talk to that person from that standpoint. So again, shark is very simple, money motivated. You want to recruit sharks in your team. They'll advance your business very quickly. Urchins. Urchins are people who ask millions of questions, likes facts, numbers, pays attention to smallest details. Often an engineer or an accountant does not like fast and loud talking people. I'm an urchin. I'm an engineer and I'm an urchin. And it very accurately describes me. I don't respond to loud talking people, fast talking. Show me the numbers, the facts. And once I understand, once I am asked all my questions. But if you enroll an urchin based on facts, the information, they'll stay with you forever and they build a very big team because they joined not on an emotion, but they joined on pure facts. Explain the business model and the compensation plan, show the figures and stats of the industry of tourism, be prepared to answer a lot of questions. That's a sea urchin. Dolphin likes to party and have fun, attracted to humor and good times. Tourism and traveling is an ideal topic for them. Talk about traveling the world, our group world tours, how we expand our circle, make new friends all over the world. World tours is the best topic because if you've ever been, you know that it's a lot of fun. You meet people from all over the world, and dolphins love that. So that's what you want to be talking about to a dolphin. And finally, a whale. A whale is somebody who wants to save the world. They like to help, take care of others. They'll do way more for others than they'll do for themselves. So here you talk to them about residual income, how it brings people together, strengthens families, how tourism reduces stress, improves health. If you talk to a whale about how much money they can make, you're going to lose them. They're not going to care. Does that make sense? I hope you get this. So when you edify your expert to your friend, and you talk about their achievements and strengths, if you have a guess about your friend's personality, you want to bring up something in the expert that addresses their personality. If you don't know the personality, hit all four. So if they're a shark, I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine. Her name is Kate. She's making a lot of money. Or if Kate is new to Travorium and she hasn't made a lot of money, you can say people in her team are making a lot of money. Again, you never want to lie. You will lose very quickly. You'll lose your credibility. You'll lose the trust. Everything that comes out of your mouth has to be truth. Very important. If your friend is an urchin, Kate has all the information, can answer any of the questions you might have. If your friend is a dolphin, listen, Kate, she's awesome. Everything she does, she turns into fun and adventure. She loves to travel. And if your friend is a whale, Kate loves to help her team. I asked her a million questions, and she patiently answered them and explained everything. If you don't know, you can quickly run through all of these and talk about Kate. Touch on all these 4 points. If you want to take a picture, now is the time to take a picture of the slide. Okay. Now, understand that what we have is a team sport. So you should learn by attending these trainings how to become an expert. So your team can call you and say, listen, John, I'm making phone calls. Can I make a 3-way call with you if I get a hold of my friend? And you should know what to say if they wake you up at 3 a.m. in the morning and say, we need to do the 3-way call. You need to be prepared. This is a team sport. You need to know your position, what you do. So if you're called up to be an expert, it has nothing to do with your level of expertise. It's nothing to do with your position in Travorium, your rank. It's nothing to do with how long have you been in Travorium. No, it's just your third party. You are talking to your partner's friend, and they need to talk to a third party. We call you an expert, but it's just anybody, but not the friend. That's where duplication comes, because anybody can make a three-way call and call up an expert, a friend. So you introduce yourself briefly. You briefly edify the recruiter. Try to address all personality types. So listen, your friend John is awesome. He learned so much. His team is making a lot of money. They're having a lot of fun. They're traveling, or they will be traveling shortly. You're going to be an awesome team, probably the team that has the most fun in Travorium. These are the things you talk about their friend, so they know not just to trust their friend, but you're now building respect of their friend. Then you tell your story in under 60 seconds, and I'm going to address that as a special topic. Your story. You need to be able to tell your story in under 60 seconds. Call it an elevated speech, call it whatever you want, but it has to be the same thing that you memorized. You don't have to guess what to say. You don't have to think what to say. It has to be immediately, immediately available in your mind. So you tell your story, and you talk about the vision of the company. Where Travorium is going to be in 5, 10 years. It's important. And then you invite them to a specific event. They usually, if the goal of this three-way call is for a new prospect to come and see the information, and your friend, before they call you, or when they call you, they said, I'm trying to invite them to a Zoom on Friday. So you invite them to a Zoom on Friday, and that's it. That's all you do. That's your expert's part. Take a picture if you want to. Going once, going twice, gone. Okay, here's your story. This is how professionals tell your story, your background. So I'll use my story. I had a business, traditional business. I had a mortgage company for over 30 years with my wife. So that's my background. Number two, after 2008, the industry changed, and we started working like crazy, and we completely lost control of our lives. We had absolutely no time. We were working 10, 12 hours a day, every day. And we did it for a couple of years. And we both, my wife and I, realized that we're going to end up in the hospital if we don't find something else. Number three, we started looking for a plan B. And in 2012, we found network marketing. We found this industry where you can build a team of people who help you make money and build residual income. And once we realized what it was, we said, well, nothing is going to stop us. And we started building. And now, number four, we built a very big business in one company. And now, about a year ago, we found Travorium. We were blown away by the Travorium opportunity, by the business plan, by the product. And we are building this huge all over the world. So these are the four components of your story. This is how professionals do it. Now, what do you think? And feel free to unmute yourself or type in the chat the number. Out of these four, which is the most important point? Which point makes all the difference in how people perceive your story and how they can relate to your story? Can anybody guess?
Yeah, what you didn't like.
What you didn't like? Number two.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? No guesses?
About the future.
How do you feel about the future? Okay, number four. Okay.
Number three, the solution.
Solution that you found, you feel is the most important. Okay, so guys, remember, people want to know your hardships. People can relate to your struggles. People don't want to hear about your accomplishments, about how much money you make, how great your life is. No, people want to know what you had to go through to get to where you are right now, or where you go. Maybe you're not there yet. What you had to go through to find the way, to find the path to be on your own. So number two is key. All points are important, but number two, if you don't bring up number two, your story is not relatable. And unfortunately, what most amateurs do, they forget about number one and two. When they talk to their friends, they immediately start selling them on how great Travorium is, what an awesome opportunity they found, and how their friends should join them and do Travorium with them. And that doesn't work really well. So again, my goal for you, my dream for you guys is to pay attention and to become a professional in this industry. Because like Eric Worre said, this skill can pay you way more money than any other profession if you master all the learnable skills. So, let's see how we're doing on time. Okay, 40 minutes. Anyone should be able and prepared to play the expert. Okay, so this is a team sport. We're team business. We are a team. So practice, learn how to become an expert, and practice and learn how to initiate three-way calls, to invite your friends. Only by attending these trainings can you become a professional player on the winning team. If you have big ambitions, big goals, you know what to do. Attend trainings and finally practice, practice, practice. Everything I told you today might seem a little overwhelming, difficult. I promise you, it's not. If you role play this with somebody else, follow these slides, follow the guidelines as I laid them out for you step by step, it will become a second nature. You know, to call a friend and say, listen, I want to introduce you to somebody and put them on the phone. They're an awesome person. They're making money. They're having fun. Hold on a second. I'll put them on the phone. You will get to where not everybody will want to do that. Obviously, your friend sometimes will give you a pushback. But if you sound confident, if you're not tentative, if you're not wishy-washy, they will follow you. People want to follow somebody. They're looking for leaders. If you get to a point where you're talking to your friends from this authoritative point of view, where you tell them, listen, I want you to talk to this person. It's important. You'll thank me. They will do it. And that's all you need to do. Your goal is to connect them. Everything else will be done for you. And if you don't have a good expert, keep looking. Find an expert that you can work with, that is willing to role play, practice with you enough where this becomes very smooth and very natural. Okay, and okay, I guess that's it, guys. I think, I hope this was helpful. Now, if you have any questions, don't be shy, unmute yourself, ask them. Let me see if there's anything in the chat. I don't think there was anything in the chat. Yeah, no, nothing in the chat. So, I wish you the best. You have found a tool, Travorium. You have found something that can completely change your life. Money, time, complete freedom. You can live and do what you want to do, not what you have to do, like most people, because we all need to make money. So we typically do what we have to do to make money, whether we like it or not. You found an answer. You found a way to create a lifestyle where you can do what you want to do. It'll take time and effort. I'm inviting you to learn, to attend trainings, and invest the time and effort. So there are no questions. I appreciate your time, guys. We still have people joining us. That's funny. So on that note, I appreciate your time. I hope I will see you in Orlando. We're all going to Orlando in a week. I invite you, even if you don't have tickets yet. I know it's last minute. Come. You will thank me. I promise you. If you show up, you can find me here's my money back guarantee. If you go to Orlando and you pay money, you listen, you're not in my team. We're not financially tied. But I feel very strongly about Orlando. So if you go to Orlando, it's 2 days. It's actually one night, Friday night, the 31st, and full day the first Saturday. If you go and you don't feel that it was worth it, come to me. I'll be sitting in the front of the room and say, Mark, I came because you invited me. I spent money and it was a waste. I'll reimburse you your flights, your hotel, and whatever else you spent. So it's a no risk money back guarantee from me personally, Mark Lazar. Okay, I hope you take me up on that, and I hope I'll see you there in Orlando, and I hope I'll see you at the beaches of the world where we're gonna be together. Okay, guys, bye bye. Thank you.